Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go through and do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. If you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all of these sectors, looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community. We do have a coupon code special going on. Special is the code, so type in special. You can get 50% off the first month only on a monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly membership if you decide to sign up to the yearly from a monthly or directly to it. So let's dive in. Let's take a look, see what's going on today. We're starting with the DXY like we normally do, and again, I still think this looks pretty good to move higher. I think this is potentially a double bottom. The driver of this will be yields. We could see the dollar go up in the short term due to yields moving higher. And that's kind of my take on the short term of what I see in the charts. And I'm not letting anything kind of influence my opinions based off of what I read or news. This is just off the pattern, and this looks good to try to work its way out of this falling wedge formation. Yields, we were down today, but I think it's just a daily move. I don't think it's a new trend. So today we were down 0.8%, but that's a what I call a bloody nose candlestick, where you get a big green candlestick before it, which is a continuation pattern higher. I think that this is the bottoming pattern. Shoulder, head, and then the shoulder that's forming over here. And you know what else has that? Oil does. Oil and yields are very similar, and I think that's why Vicente and Trump have been talking or trying to influence oil prices lower. But this looks good to go higher. The 10 years got the same pattern underneath resistance. A little bit of a bloody nose candlestick coming off of a falling wedge. That's bullish to go up. And then the 30-year yield, it's down a little bit, but again, we've got downward facing patterns. That is a bullish formation to go higher over time. TLT bond prices, they are up slightly today, 0.13%, but again, the momentum is down. This is the end of trend 40-year topping pattern in 2020 and 2021. And we've been down ever since, and money is rotating out of bonds. 2-year and 10-year, we're down slightly, but again, we've been chopping sideways here. And we've got a falling wedge. Now, is this falling wedge going to go up, or are we going to crash lower? If yields go up, makes me think that we could reinvert the curve as a possibility, and we'll have to continue to watch that. QAX TNX ratio, we are up 0.45% today. A little bit of a pause. Now, this could be a rising wedge. Three-hump consolidation, we could see this fall. We've got a inverted bloody nose, so this still could easily go lower. It's just a pause point at support. So we'll see if that breaks lower. This could have an impact on gold. It may not if that yield curve reinverts. It depends on what the market and how the market is viewing everything. If they perceive that the dollar is not safe, neither is bonds, we could see an increasing interest rate environment and gold go up with it. Gold's flat today. We're still inside of this consolidation. It still looks good to go higher. I don't see a ton of red candlestick stuff. I see big greens coming through here and small reds pulling back downward facing. Generally, you get one hump, two hump, and then the third you can break out. So I think that gold could still easily break out here at any point. We've got silver up 2%. That's starting to break through that 35 zone. We're at 36.89 9 or so, this thing's going to get moving here. It looks incredibly good on the longer term. I think we are going to rip. So I think silver looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, breaking through 35. We've got platinum also up 4.5% today. This thing is getting boogieing here. Look at that move. Bottom, kind of the false breakdown slingshot deal. 910 all the way to 1220. And this thing could absolutely fly. So we'll see what this looks like. You may not get very big pullbacks. You might just see this thing move on up. It's looking good. Palladium's also up 3.1%, looking pretty strong today. And again, we've broken through this downtrend here. We're putting in a double bottom. We kind of back out. There's your double bottom there. So your high point is here, and then your double bottom is there. So we're coming back on up, and I do think we'll reach up here. We might pause a little bit at 1250, and we'll see if it cuts through it or if we get a pause. XE to gold ratio up 0.33%, still at a ridiculously low level. I do think this is going to go on up with time. Gold and silver mining companies divided by gold with a long runway of valuation. I'll call it revaluation that could occur. So GDX is up 1% today. Looking pretty good. I don't see reversal candlesticks or anything. It just looks like an uptrend. We've got GDXJ up 0.9%, looking good. And then SILJ's up 1.17. That's broken through some resistance. Again, if silver does what I think it's going to do, this is going to be a launching pad. We need to get out of this. We may pause, or whatever it looks like. We may do a loop. I don't know what it does. I can't tell you the path. But I think this is a launching pad. Now, someone might say, well, why do I think it's a launching pad? I think it's a launching pad because of where silver's located in its cup and handle and what interest rates are doing. So I think we're going to see the mining companies break out and run because of how big of a run we're going to see in the underlying metals. Crude oil's up 1.15. I think it is maybe confusing a lot of people. This is a bottom, shoulder, head, shoulder, and we've broken through the neckline and are starting to head higher. A lot of people thought we were going to go to like some ridiculously low price, $30, $40. We did hit $55-ish or so, and we did get a little bit of a false breakdown. This is what I think is coming. I think that we are in a big bull market that's coming, and this is where we're going to go. This fractal is wave 1, wave 2. We're going to exit out of wave 2 at some point here, go all the way up to about $300 or so, pause, and then have a final blow off top to 500. Probably by early 2030s. That's my guess. And I am positioned for that to materialize. I'll just say that. TTF gas down 1.81%. Again, this still looks good to go higher. I know we're seeing some selling pressure here in the short term. It's a falling wedge. We've broken to the upside, and I think eventually we'll work our way on up. Natural gas in America is down 3.7%. We could chop around a bit. We are getting a little bit more, still looks good. We're underneath resistance. We got to try to push through resistance, which is the blue trend line that's on top of us. I do think this will go up with time. Is it possible that we could chop sideways for a little bit? Definitely. Definitely possible. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up 0.85%. Still looking good to go higher. We've got downward facing patterns, and we're just kind of floating our way up a little bit. OIH is up a little bit more, 1.63%. And again, I think this looks bullish from this perspective there of how it's trading. I don't see a ton of selling pressure. You generally get an impulse move out of a pattern. You get a retest, and then you start coming on up into a bullish move. Still looks good. Newcastle coal futures up 0.18%. And again, we've got a big breakout of the consolidation here. This is a retest that will eventually turn higher over time. So I'm bullish on Newcastle coal futures where we're located. I think Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, we're trying to break out of this falling wedge. We haven't done it yet, but it could do it at any time here. There we are just underneath it. We were up a lot, hit our head on resistance again. So we came up to resistance, pulled back, came up to resistance, and we'll probably continue to make higher lows as this steps into that resistance. Now, I drew that in there. That was a guess. I'm guessing that we are going to break higher because of the way that this is trading. Uranium futures pricing sideways, still looks fine, nothing wrong. The equities are up quite a bit today, 4.5% on URA, and I think we're going to get launched. We're in the launching pad here. The launching pad, again, this is wave one, this is wave two, and then we're going to break into wave three that we've already started. So I think we're going to see a big move here in uranium, equities, and in commodities in general. It's going to impact all of it. So this is going to run. I mean, it's going to run. URANIUM is going to do something very similar. We're up about 5% today. And again, I think we're going to run. That's going to be a big move. URNJ up 3.8%. A little bit of selling pressure in the juniors, more so than, say, URA and URNM. But again, I think this is could be the start of a big move. Nickel chopping sideways. We still haven't gained any momentum to the upside yet. We're working off some selling pressure. Copper's up 1.14. I think this is going to have a big run too. You can kind of look across. There's logarithmic, there's normal, but you kind of look across. If I were to put in a triangle, I'm looking for the triangle. Rectangle, there we go. Rectangle, I mean, not triangle. You put the rectangle in there. So there's kind of our resistance area through here. We've been trying to break through it, got some resistance. The fact that we're trying to break out from the bottom up means that we're going to eventually break out of this thing. I think copper looks absolutely excellent to try to break higher here. COPX recently broke to the upside. There it is there. This looks ready to go too. Ready to move on higher. It looks fantastic to start a good uptrend here. Lithium up 1%. This also looks incredibly good to me. We've got decent candlestick, a nice big bullish engulfing today. A little bit of resistance coming across here, and we'll bust through all that and probably start working our way on up. REMX, another one that's similar to lithium, starting to break some resistance here. I drew this on a longer term time frame. I think it was maybe the weeklies. I drew this on the weeklies there, just threw that in, and we're starting to break through them. So if we can close strong on the week, this looks good to continue higher. I think this is probably one of the cheapest sectors at this moment. Iron ore chopping sideways. We still haven't gotten any huge resolution in either direction. We're squeezing on up, and I can change this to get that out of there. I'm trying to grab this one there. You can also change this to a falling wedge to some degree. Still squeezing up in it. Aluminum's up 1.2%. We're still in this inverted flag pattern where we could head a little bit lower in the short term. Baltic Dry Index up 0.43. That's looking pretty solid. We've broken out to the upside. And I do see continued momentum to the upside there. Emerging markets up 0.85. We had a weaker dollar, weaker yields. That's a tailwind for emerging markets. I think this could see a big move for emerging markets here. As we break through some of these other resistance areas, we can also go. This is where I like to draw things, is down here. There's a bigger resistance there. You can see we paused there than anything else because that's where the majority of trading occurred, is in this general area where we were located. So I think when we can get above here and get moving, I think we can see a big move. Moves also moving higher. That looks fantastic. We're up 0.3% today, but the bigger overall trend looks good to go higher. KRE up 0.5 today. And we're putting in that inverted shoulder, head, shoulder that we're trying to break through the neckline there. XHB up 1.14%. I thought we were going to go into some huge housing market doom thing. Well, with the market going up and how much money printing we have, maybe everything goes up. So this still looks good. And we've broken the downtrend here. We've broken out of a falling wedge. So your reversal candlestick, when I look at this, is this one here. That big bullish engulfing. Then we saw a change. Small red days, big green days, falling patterns. Those are all bullish to go higher. The evidence, at least. Russell 2000 looking good. It's up 0.57%. That looks like it'll continue up. The S&P 500, we're up slightly, but again, there's no reversal candlesticks. So I guess someone could say, well, it's a rising wedge. Yeah, it's possible, but right there, but we'll see where that goes. NASDAQ up 0.3, looks okay. Doesn't look too bad. FMCI up 3.8, looking like it's trying to break out. You got my awesome little squeeze up there, and that was from the gap that was getting filled. So the gap was here that got filled. And then we're looking for the squeeze up there up top. NVIDIA could be a rising wedge. We'll see. It's going up at the moment with the momentum, but the momentum is slowing down in this rising wedge. I just kind of chucked that in there. We'll see if it breaks to the downside of this rising wedge and what that looks like coming up here. If interest rates continue higher, there is a possibility that this does pull back for a good long time, depending on what rates do. Bitcoin's up 2.3. Now, this is surprising. We came up above it. We pulled back below resistance support. Now we're back above resistance support. So that looks good. It doesn't look bad at all. Ethereum's looking good too, up 2.75. We're still underneath the pattern. Pattern-wise, it doesn't look good. I'm talking more about just today. But yeah, it looks okay there for Ethereum. MicroStrategy up 4.7. We had a little bit of a chop through here, but it's looking better today. We'll see if there's follow through with this or not. We have a big downward facing pattern here, which is a bullish formation to go higher. This one here. That generally works its way on up, and then you're looking for potential patterns that are downward facing. The VIX is up 2.2% today, and it's just kind of chopping sideways through here. Interesting to see if this could be a potential double bottom. We'll see if that's the case, and if the volatility does come back up or not. So I'll leave that in there. Other things to take note is watch your currencies. Watch to see if these break out. This is the big bull market of commodities. I think that's what's coming. We're going to get a breakout of currencies that are non-dollar denominated are going to appreciate against the dollar. So that's this is the African rand. I drew that on logarithmic. That's why it's like that. Brazilian real, a double bottom. This is going to, I think, work its way on up. Again, this is when bull markets and emerging markets start to outperform. The Australian dollar is ready to break out of this falling wedge. This was the last bull market there. This could be a big move. The British pound is moving on up. That's already broken out. And this was the last bull market there for commodities and emerging markets and stuff like that. But that's all I've got for today, guys. So give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Specials, the coupon code if you'd like to join. All of our question and answer sessions are uploaded to the website. You can watch my midweek updates. That's where a lot of value is for those that are new, because I talk about individual companies and the ones that I like and the entry points that I like now. So there's a lot of value there if you'd like to join. There's also some trainings on there as well with technical analysis and other things. But that's all I've got for today, guys. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.